Standing in front of Kitaro, his slanted eyes boring into her own, Yin couldn't help but swallow thickly when facing him. She was afraid. It was the same with Daki. She always kept telling herself that it would be fine, that every time she would die, she'd just come back. However, a small part of her that kept fighting its way to the front of her mind kept asking the same question over and over again. What will happen when this regeneration time comes to a close? Muzan had commented that the time in between dying and regeneration has shortened, along with her sudden, fast healing wounds. Is it a sign? Is it something saying that I don't belong here? That I'll die the longer I stay here? Flexing her fingers and curling them into fists, thinking back to the time she had spent training with Daki, her muscles tensing when remembering everything that her body had been through, she tried to see the positive side of the situation. Once she was strong enough, she could force her way out of there, and then she'd be able to work on a way of figuring out how to get home. Home. God, I miss that place so much. Before another thought could cross Yin's mind, Gitaro lunged at her with speed and agility, only claimed after years of practice and putting that practice to work. Shit! Jumping out of the way quickly, her reflexes had honed greatly since facing Daki, and after having some time to rest, she was able to evade the demon at most turns. Of course, there were slip-ups where she hissed in pain from his nails that cut her skin, or the worst part was his sickles dug into her flesh and spread the poison that accompanied through her bloodstream. Luckily, the same poison was quickly deranged by whatever made her heal fast. Do whatever you like, human, Hitaro hissed as he lunged himself into the air, throwing a sickle at the girl. But your kind can never defeat a demon like this. Is that so? She shot back, however, her elbows scrunched in consideration. You are an interesting specimen, that is true. He crackled, his lips splitting into a grin to show off the sharp teeth he accompanied, being the demon that he was. And it would be even more interesting to see what you've made of to make you like this. What about I slice you in half so I can see? Shivering at his ruthless words, Ian tried to show no fear, but yet again, it was obvious. Even if she regenerated, and even if she tried to act okay, and that she didn't care nor mind, she was still worried that she wouldn't actually die. Faltering just a second too long, she choked out a stew of blood when feeling the point of Gitaro's sickle launch itself into her chest, forcing her to her knees, since she no longer had the strength to pull herself up. As she raised her head, her eyesight blurring as her mind shut down, she was stunned when seeing the look of regret pass along the demon's expression. But then again, it was gone as quickly as it came, and, well, her vision went black. When waking up for this, what seemed like the millionth time staring up blankly at the wooden ceiling, it wasn't long before Kitaro came into view, noticing more intently how the yellow scars of his eyes highlighted how green his hues were. His character design, along with Daki's. It's similar to similar to Tanjiro and Nezuko. Yet they're so different too. Yet, it stated before that Gitaro would make the same decision to become a demon if he was given a second chance. And all for Daki, or Ume, her actual human given name. Are you going to stand? He asked, his voice rasp breaking the silence that surrounded them. It would be quite useless of us if I just killed you like this. Do you want to know something, Kitaro? Yin instead asked, sitting up and crossed her legs as she looked up at him. I think that you don't want to do this to me. To kill me because of training. I mean, when I die. It looked as if you regretted it. Never. He narrowed his eyes, his hands that were gripping his sickles tightened. I saw it. You humans see whatever you want to see, he snapped, his anger growing as something within him rose to the surface. Muted memories, long forgotten, that he still couldn't quite grasp. You never try to look past to see the suffering of others. You only care about yourselves. You choose what you want to do and what not to do, that it only benefits you. I might have thought you pitiful before, maybe even thought to connive with you, but I understand now, even with everything you have, you still only care about yourself. What? She scoffed. Everything I have? Now that's laughable. Huh? It is? Yes, I have nothing. Gesturing out to the training room that she was in, Yin gave a short laugh, amused. I have nothing. I didn't want to be here, nor did I ask. I was taken, and now I'm being forced to do all of this because of something I've never wanted to be. Shaking her head and crossing her arms, she gave Kitaro a look filled with sympathy and pity as she continued. You have freedom. I don't. So yeah, I do only care about myself right now because I want to still be able to live. Meeting the characters you love in shows. Guess it's not all that's cracked up to be. Damn. Lips twitching, Kitaro shook off any hesitation he felt before and attacked Yin as swiftly as a lightning strike, cutting through her arm quickly and watching as the limb flew across the room. She gasped in pain, but it only fueled her anger. Running forwards, she grabbed him and her entire body. With her entire body and flew. Anyway, guys, it's time for Toagawa Air's secret. Kitaro wants to be closer to Yin, but the demonic side of him forces him to restrain his hatred for humans. Kitaro is starting to remember his human life. Yin is starting to accept that this is a reality she now has to live in, and that breakthrough is making her stronger than before since she's no longer denying her powers. Also, guys, I do have to tell you something. I forgot, but this is a 50-part story. So we're going to be here for like a long time. Ooh, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. I love you all so much. Bye. Mwah.